Ohayo. Welcome to the So Japanese podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things Japan from a Japanese and foreign perspective. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us today.
Arigato.
This episode, it's maybe one of our most requested topics.
Yeah.
But we're finally getting around to it.
Yeah.
So that's Japanese tattoos. Right?
Yeah.
One of the most famous, popular tattoo styles. I would say top 3 for sure. Right? So yeah, we're gonna run down some interesting facts about the history that we found.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. So in terms of tattoos on Japanese people, other than like tattoo artists I've met that are Japanese, they have tattoos obviously. You're the only person, Japanese person that I know that has a tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe they do have and they don't want to show or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's tell the listeners what you have. So you have...
I have like the tribal style dragon with the... It's called Bonji. It's like a Buddhism, the character.
Okay.
With the dragon surrounded. And then the Bonji is my Chinese animal from the age, the year.
So which
boar.
is?
Wild boar.
A wild boar. Okay, yeah. So what does it say? It says wild boar?
No.
I thought it says your last name, no?
What?
The kanji.
This kanji?
Yeah.
No. This is so because I want to put like my name.
Okay.
So like my name is Ryusuke.
Yeah.
Ryu in Japanese means dragon.
So you have the tribal dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though my kanji is not actually dragon.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's no. It's actually from the famous guy from my dad's.
Oh yeah, you did
province.
mention it. So it's a name, not like dragon Ryu.
Yeah. But because I was young too, 19.
Okay.
Then
well, you had tribal, right?
Exactly.
That also shows like when you got the tattoo because it's popular at that time.
Exactly. yeah. So that's why I put the dragon. Ryu.
Okay.
And then the Bonji, the Kilik, it's called Kilik. The god name is called Kilik.
Okay.
Also, the Kilik means the white boar.
But I thought it was a kanji, no?
No, it's different. It's not like actual kanji. It's more
so it's like
Buddhism tattoo.
Buddhist character?
Yeah. It's called Bonji.
Okay. I thought it was like Japanese kanji.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's my ear of animal. So the dragon and then the Bonji together, I create as
name.
This is my name. You know what I mean?
Because I think I asked you about it before.
Yeah.
And then you said it's my name. So I just assumed the
No.
kanji was your name. Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
levels. There's levels. It's
exactly. and also because it was my first tattoo, and then like I actually put heart. My design was like dragon and a heart inside. So now I'm so lucky because the artist told me maybe you should change to Bonji or something.
Okay, yeah. He was hazukashi to
He was
tattoo a
hazukashi
heart
to
on
tattoo
you.
this young man.
Yeah.
Heart and dragon.
He knows that you're gonna regret it.
Yeah.
So how old were you?
I was 19.
19.
Yeah.
And amongst your friends, was it common to get tattoos?
No one has that time.
Okay.
So, but of course we're 19. Like everybody was like curious about tattoos, right?
Yeah.
And then we saw tattoos, like maybe like older friends or even somehow we bump into Yakuza people and then we saw those tattoos. And then everybody say like, you know what? If you get it, and then when you get it all, you regret.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, but also they always say like, oh, I want to get a one.
Yeah.
But never move, never go
Actually
to
get it,
salon
right?
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I'm like, you guys fucking stupid.
But at that time also you're young, your first tattoo. That's why you chose your name, right?
Exactly.
Because like it's something that you won't regret.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Then somehow I found the guy who can tattoo me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Was it hard to find in Nagoya?
Yeah, it was because of I was underage.
Oh,
I think over 20.
Okay.
Legally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it's already passed, so it's okay. But
yeah.
yeah. So of course it's difficult to find.
Yeah.
But because I was asking one of my friend, and then like they found for me,
Okay.
and then like okay, let's do it. And
so you got your tattoo. You went home. Did you show your parents right away?
I was like, I don't want to hide anything from my parents.
Okay.
That type of kid.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, guys, like they are sitting on living room or whatever.
Okay.
Then I came home, or maybe like next day. I didn't show the
Okay.
day. So next day I'm like, oh, just let you know I got a tattoo. And then like
was it still wrapped up or?
wrapped up?
Okay.
But I think I take it off and I want because I want to show it.
Yeah.
So I was so like quick and like I trying to make it's not big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. You brought it up kind of like, oh yeah, I got this.
Exactly.
Like, and you got a new shirt.
Yeah. And then that time I always, because I want to show, so I kind of flip it. And I heard my mom was kind of laughing. So I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I look it back.
Yeah.
My dad face was like, what the fuck? And then right away he told me like, I'm not gonna fucking support you anyhow for your life. You do you from now on with that tattoo. I can't support you anymore. So that type of word he told me.
So he's saying like, because maybe he's worried
off.
that you won't be able to get a job.
Exactly.
So now you ruined your future.
Exactly.
Don't expect me to help you now. Yeah. You're on your own that way.
Exactly.
Not
That's
like
really Asian mind.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah. And then I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not gonna get any job because of this?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it could be.
Okay.
Life
They don't
is
know,
not
right?
easy.
It's not like visible tattoo.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So
was your mom really laughing?
And then my mom, of course, right after that, my mom was like, why you do that? Why you do that? And I'm like, why did I do that? Because this is fucking my body. That I wanted to. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
And
she's like,
okay.
I gave birth to you. Actually, it's my body.
Exactly. And also I need to tell this why I put my name. Because since when I was 7 till almost like 20, everybody called me Baba.
Okay.
It's just because I was tall.
Okay.
So there was a wrestler, famous wrestler, super tall guy is Baba.
Okay.
So that's why this was for me, but also stupid way to think as a kid. It was for you guys too, because you put my name Ryusuke, but no one called me Ryusuke for such a long time.
So you're trying to find like reasons why you
for
got
me,
the tattoo.
Yeah. But then like definitely, yeah. Now of course, but like I didn't think about like they're gonna be so upset.
Oh, you had no idea. You never like kind of like brought it up to them. Hey, what if I got a tattoo? Okay,
No, never,
okay.
never,
So you surprised them with it.
Surprised them. Already have it. So
yeah.
So that's why, you know, I'm like, so then I'm not gonna fucking show you anymore. So after I took shower, I always put the t-shirt on or whatever, blah 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 blah. But then the last time I went back to home, like
so
recently,
this year,
and I took shower at my parents' home. My nephew and niece are all there. It was like hot enough, so I think I was like half naked, or maybe like the tank top or whatever, so they see it, right? And then they ask me like, was it hard? They already know I have.
Yeah.
Was it hard? And then, it was hard.
Yeah.
And then one of my nephew, he said like, I want to get one.
Yeah.
It's like 16.
Okay.
But then
That's the age where you're curious, right?
But my dad, his grandpa, boom, and then my mom too.
Right away.
What the fuck are you saying? You're not gonna fucking get any of them. And I'm like, you know, you can think about it.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about this right now. You can put on the side.
Yeah.
You're busy to do something else.
Yeah.
But if you really wanna get when you get like the legal age, why not? To me.
Also, like, I think you should give it time is because a lot of people's first tattoo is like something either really small or something like meaningless or something that they thought it was cool at that time. Or you couldn't afford a big piece, so you got something really small, and then you end up getting it covered up or lasered off anyway. Something you regret, right?
Yeah.
So for your first tattoo, at least like you should think about it.
Yeah. And I think about it enough.
Well, you didn't. And
I never regret.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I never regret, and then it's been too long and only one, right? So I'm like, sometimes I completely forget about this because I don't see
it's on your back, right? You don't remember. Yeah,
exactly. But again, I still love it. I never regret, and then somehow I still have a job. I you know, I do by myself everything, and so yeah. So what about you, man? I think everybody wanna know more about you.
About tattoos?
About your tattoos.
Well, like you said, Asian family. Like for my parents, I think they saw when I came home with tattoos. But by that time, I was already like living on my own.
When was the first time?
So my first tattoo was in Japan. So when I moved to Japan.
Okay,
so like 22.
Cool.
So it wasn't like super early.
Yeah.
But I knew that, okay, if I'm in Japan, I'm going to want to get a Japanese tattoo.
And do you know where to go already?
I didn't know where to go. But the reason why I was really interested in tattoos, do you know the show Miami Ink?
Yes.
So I watched it all the time when I was young, right?
I love that show.
And they kind of, I think one of the artists there, they focused on Japanese tattooing. So I thought like, okay, it's the fucking coolest. I'm going to go. So living in Himeji, there was probably tattoo artists there, but I wasn't going to, for my first tattoo, right? No. So I went to Osaka and I just spent the day walking around in like Amerikamura, like areas, right?
Yeah.
And then I found this one tattoo shop. And then I went in and then just like taking the vibe of the shop. And then I remember, so the shop's called Three Tides Tattoo. I think there's 2 locations now, one in Tokyo and one in Osaka. Okay. And then in the shop, I saw a framed drawing and it was signed by Chris Garver, one of the tattoo artists that was on Miami Ink.
Okay.
So then I asked them, it's like, is this Chris Garver? And they say, oh yeah, whenever he's in Japan, he tattoos here.
Cool.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to get this shop. Yeah, right? And then in the shop, there was like a guy who specialized in like black and gray.
But did you speak Japanese to them? How you communicate with?
I think to be within the tattoo community, because they weren't like traditional Japanese shop. It was like they had other styles and they had a lot of guest artists from America.
Right, because
so like all the tattoo artists there, like they spoke
broken English.
Yeah, good enough to communicate, right?
Cool.
And then my broken Japanese, enough to communicate.
Yeah.
So then I went in and I told them I wanted like sakura.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe it was around sakura season.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful, Japanese. Okay, I'll just get that. So I talked to one of the artists and it's like, what style do you want? Japanese. So then the artist that specialized in Japanese art, his name is Mutsuyo. He did it.
He did it.
So I was just like, I want sakura. So up to you. Because like I think from watching Miami Ink, I knew that like, okay, you should respect the artist, let them do whatever, right?
I see.
Like for example, your situation where you told the artist, oh, I want a heart. They're like, hey, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to do it, right? So I think the tattoo will come out better also if the artist feels good about doing it and it's their idea, right?
Yeah.
Just like with cooking, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so, I booked an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks later, I came in and then he showed me designs. Like, this is okay. I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think most of it he drew on.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like right after he finished that tattoo, I think I booked my next tattoo.
Wow. Already.
Because during the tattoo, I was already thinking, okay, what should I get next? So we were talking about it, and then we decided on getting a koi.
Oh, nice.
So my other arm, my second tattoo was also by him.
Oh, cool.
And we decided on a koi, but I let him decide like the style. Because also they want to see how it fits on the body, right? That's very Japanese, right?
Yeah.
And I think for kois, you can only get it like 3 different colors, like either like a red one, an orange one, or like a dark blue one, which is mine. So he chose that one. He showed me like some like traditional Japanese painting. He's like, I want to do something like this. So
do it,
whatever.
Cool.
So yeah, so then when I came home from Japan, my parents, super Asian, they just pretended like
they don't see it.
Yeah.
But you show it.
I showed
your t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
And you didn't say anything?
They didn't. They're like, oh, you get tattooed. But I think as a teenager, I always asked them, like, hey, I tested them. Like, hey, what if I got a tattoo?
And?
What if I got a tattoo? They would joke and say like, oh, then you have to move out.
Wow.
But I already moved out, so I guess.
So you moved out. So that was actually the deal. And then like, what else you can do?
Exactly. So I guess now I have my back empty, pretty much.
Yeah.
My right knee is empty.
Okay.
And the back of my thighs are empty, and my ass is empty, and also like visible spaces.
So after 2 of them, the Japanese tattoo, you came back to Canada, and then after that, are you still getting tattoo from where you get it?
So I got
one.
I got the next tattoo in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
I don't have many tattoos from Toronto actually. And then when I moved to Thailand, I made friends with a few tattoo artists, and they had a shop there. They're from South Africa.
Okay.
And because they were the only Western shop in Bangkok, a lot of tattoo artists, like Bangkok is like a travel destination, right? So a lot of people go there for holidays. So tattoo artists that go there for holiday, they always will try to seek out, yo, where's a good tattoo shop? Either to get a tattoo themselves, maybe I can do a couple tattoos. I think a lot of tattoo artists want to say, I tattooed in Bangkok or I tattooed in Thailand. It's cool, right? I tattooed around the world, right?
I see, like I tattoo in so many different places.
Exactly.
I see.
So the benefit is that they would, like world famous artists from like all around the world, they go there, but they charge local prices.
So it's cheap.
They charge like Thai prices.
Yeah.
So yeah, compared to international prices,
yeah.
it's like really a quarter of the price.
Nice.
So all these international artists were coming in and charging local prices. So I was like, yeah. So I pretty much that maybe year and a half, I like got the rest of my body done just because I knew this is a good opportunity. Yeah, in Thailand.
Wow.
So most of my tattoos are
cool.
Yeah. And I think I counted like I don't know how many tattoos, but I think it was like about 90 hours of tattoos.
Okay.
But I like to get traditional tattoos. So either traditional Japanese or American traditional because it's like quick.
Oh, really?
I don't have many black and gray tattoos because like I think it's like it takes longer. And
because
I don't like
you
the
have
pain.
to paint all.
Exactly.
The Japanese tattoo, even like the American traditional one, it's kind of more like
bold outline.
Yeah.
The whole point is that I can see the tattoo from far away. I can tell what the tattoo is. So bold outline, minimal colors, maybe 3 colors, and then a lot of skin space.
Yeah.
So with the negative space, with the skin breaks, it makes it look, it pops, the tattoo pops more.
Cool.
So like for my knee, for example, I know it was going to be like one of my most painful tattoos to get. but I knew a world famous tattoo artist, Chad Coplinger, was gonna go to Bangkok to that shop. It's not open anymore. They moved back to South Africa, but it was called 6 Fathoms Tattoo.
Okay.
And I knew he was popular for being really fast. So I got him. I booked an appointment, and I was really nervous because the knee fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Right? And so I have a rose.
Yeah.
I told him what I wanted.
Yeah.
And he just marker drew it on because the knee moves. It's
Right.
hard to like draw a stencil and then stick it on. It
Yeah.
won't work. You
Yeah.
have a space that has a lot of movement. You need to draw it on. So he drew it on, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna start. Don't move. I will move your leg for you.
Okay, so don't just
Let it loose, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
move it around. What
Yeah.
I need to do, right?
Yeah.
But an hour and a half
Slower.
done. So I was like, okay. So I think
Was
I think
it
for-
hard?
Yeah, it really hurts. But I think for tattoos, for me, after 3 hours, my adrenaline starts going down.
Yeah.
I feel the pain more.
Yeah.
Anything after 3 hours, I feel like it hurts so much. But then, like before that, the 3 hours, I have adrenaline. It's pumping. I don't feel that much pain. So an hour and a half, I didn't really feel the pain. But the healing was crazy. Like it
because you
swollen, so swollen. Yeah.
So you can't wear. Well, it's Thailand. You don't have to wear long pants.
Yeah, but I had to wear work pants.
Oh,
So
what'd you do? You
it
opened
just barely fit. It just barely fit. But
it hurts, no?
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
Oh.
It hurts.
How long does it take to healing?
I think it was like 72 hours. Yeah, didn't
Oh, that's it.
feel like it's quick.
Yeah.
But the swelling took a long time to go down. Yeah. So yeah, let's get to the facts.
Yeah.
So I remember in Japan, after I got my tattoos
Mm-hmm.
and teaching, all the kids would be like, "Oh, irezumi, yakuza, yakuza, irezumi," right?
Yeah.
So I always thought tattooing was irezumi. But doing the research from this episode, we learned that irezumi
is kind of not the correct way to say it. Yeah.
So irezumi has the negative connotation that it's still for like criminals.
Yeah.
So I think tattoo artists that do it as an art form didn't want it to be called
Irezumi.
just something for criminals. And maybe it stops like the general culture to accept tattoos. Even in Japan now, I think like the normal Japanese person still associates tattoos with criminals or yakuza, right?
Yeah. So that's why like used to be they call tattoo shisei, and then that's the Chinese character as well.
Okay.
But after this artist, I mean the writer, he released that book, and then he talked about the tattoo, and then he used the Chinese character, and then says irezumi. So since then, the word's getting more popular. But again, like when we researched it, actually, like a lot of traditional artists, they don't wanna call irezumi.
Yeah.
Either tattoo or shisei.
Yeah.
Which is difficult because no one will understand shisei.
Yeah, that's true. Unless
Shisei
you're
is more
within
posture.
the culture or
exactly.
if you know tattoos.
Yeah,
but everyone knows tattoos now.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So you can say tattoo. That's okay.
So in Japanese though, they also separate the way you get your tattoo. So the traditional Japanese way, bamboo, they tie many needles to the end of it and they poke you.
Yeah. Tebori. Yeah.
So tebori style is called wabori, Japanese carving, bori carving. And then you can have machine tattooing, which is now more popular nowadays, and that is called kikai bori.
The machine.
But I think I read that even now for like tebori style traditional bamboo poking, they still do the outline with machine.
Anyway,
because it's quick and it's bold. It will stay in. I think maybe they only use the shading and the coloring for the tabori. I've always wanted to get tabori.
But I heard it's really really, really painful.
I heard it's painful, but I think it's also because it takes a long time.
That's true.
But maybe, I don't know, but maybe I'm thinking it might be like a little bit more peaceful, because like what I don't like about tattoos sometimes is the sound. It's mendokusai. It's
really?
Like, yeah, it's like really annoying after a while. After like a few hours, like.
Can you get like ear plug or something?
You can, or you can listen to music,
but
I don't.
Sometimes you talk with artists.
Exactly. But then I also got tattoos by rotary machine.
Okay.
So it's like a different mechanism for the like movement of the gun, and it's silent.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sound, but it hurts the same like it's just like a tattoo machine, right? But it's silent. That's also annoying too. I don't know. It's all annoying. It's all annoying. But I think I never got tabori yet because it's expensive. Because you gotta pay, like it takes a long time.
But how many how many people still doing it?
That's another thing, right? Not many people
so
to do it well.
To find it. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people at that level doing tabori, they're fully booked for years and years.
For sure,
and years, right? Yeah. Maybe you have to be a tattoo artist, and then you visit like Horiyoshi, and then your friends, and then.
Or like, you need to have connection.
All the Yakuza booked up all the spots.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about like the timeline of tattooing Japan. So before, like long before the Yakuza culture took over tattooing, there's a long tradition of tattooing Japan. Yeah. So in Japan, there's two native peoples from the north and the south, right? The north is Ainu
people. Yeah.
And then the south, like Okinawa, is Ryukyu people. Yeah. So those tribes, they have a tattoo culture amongst themselves too. I think the women tattoo their hands and their mouths.
Mouths, like, around the mouths.
Probably for beauty. I think a lot of like traditional native tribe, they do it as like beauty, right? Yeah. So there's already a tradition there. Yeah. And then for some reason
disappeared
for
like 1,000 years.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it came back in the form of like full body suits.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And these workers would get full body suits.
Full body suit. Yeah. Why? Because they work mostly like show not naked, but like a lot of skin they always showing.
So this job is like a traditional job back in.
Yeah. So this job called hiyaku.
Okay.
And then what they do was like firefighters, also as a security guard for the all the communities, and then sometimes like carpenters, like builders. Yeah.
So I could imagine that these guys are like buff, super fit guys. Yeah. And they just wear like the sumo
Fundoshi
thing, right?
Yeah.
They work in hot temperatures, right? So they wanted to get art
to show like I think beauty of the body, but at the same time I read the article says it's because it's also firefighters.
Okay.
Sometimes they die, but because of your tattoo, even though your face, they don't recognize your face, but tattoo is all different, so they can recognize your body.
If you get burned. Okay.
So for sure there's so many meaning of it.
Yes.
But it's always in a positive way.
Also, like, I think tribal cultures, tattoos were also like seen as they could protect you, right?
Yeah. It's more like how to say, like a more mindset way. Yeah. It's like more for God.
Yeah. So these guys, they work, the firefighters, they work dangerous jobs. They can die.
And also the most famous the style, character was like dragon.
Oh, the design was a dragon.
So,
Okay, yeah.
Because dragon, they believe the dragon is like they can protect from the fire and stuff, and then they can always fly too, right?
Yeah, dragons don't burn in fire, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
okay. And I think we saw like old drawings of it, and these workers, they have like the Japanese bodysuits as you can imagine now. It almost looked like the Yakuza bodysuits, right? With the wind bars. Yeah, it looks.
It's like you're wearing like everything,
right?
Yeah,
looks super cool.
Super cool.
And then in the middle of the Edo period is when tattooing was reserved for criminals. So as a punishment for your crimes, the government would tattoo you. Yeah. And they would tattoo you either, I think the different areas of Japan had different ways to mark you. Some with like lines, some with like the actual like kanji of what you did. Yeah. Some was like on the arm, some was even in the forehead, visible spaces. Yeah. So just to mark you, right? Yeah. Getting tattooed on your forehead, that's pretty crazy. And we saw like a picture or something where like, so if it's your first offense, they did one marking on your forehead. Your second offense, another marking, and then the third, another marking. They just kept on adding to it, right? Yeah. So tattooing was reserved for criminals, but then at the end of the Edo period, sex workers called
usual
started using tattoos to show their romantic devotion to their customers. So they would get tattoos with the customer's name, and
then the kanji, the Chinese character inochi, which means soul.
So it's kind of like together was like I devote my soul to Ryusuke. Yeah, that's hardcore. Yeah. So like I guess the best customers or the regular customers, they would get a tattoo for the person. Yeah. Another way to display devotion was by cutting pieces of hair, peeling off fingernails, or even cutting parts of their fingers.
Oh no. So that's kind of like the modern culture, modern time now. It's like Yakuza people does that, cutting pinky off. And
I guess cutting, that's also like a very tribal way of thinking, right? Like I want to show how devoted I am to you, or how sorry I am to you. I love you so much that I'm willing to like take off a piece of my body and like give it to you. It's so
creepy. But I guess at that time, that was because there's no phone. There's no, it's only letter or whatever. So like, if you want to explore your feeling.
Also, there wasn't money. I can't buy you diamonds, jewelry, gold.
Exactly, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I give you what I have that's worth, and it's my body, right?
Yeah.
It's a very archaic way of thinking, but kind of romantic.
Yeah, in a way.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they should do instead of supporting the diamond trade. If we get engaged, I give you a piece of my pinky, you give me a piece of my pinky, your pinky. Okay, so then after that, tattooing started getting popular within the kabuki theater.
Yeah, so it was kind of no one does it as in a kabuki culture before him. But then this guy, this actor, he was short than other actors, and he wanted to try to make bigger. So what he does,
like a bigger personality,
exactly, bigger, So
persona,
That's why he put tattoo on his whole body. Okay, and then obviously he act as a kabuki actor, and then that was really hit on that time.
So he popularized it.
He popularized it, and then he show people like, the tattoo could be art and could be a beauty, could be your personality. So then after that, I think tattoo culture gets more popular in Japan. Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah. It's an art form.
Exactly.
That's beauty. I mean, nowadays, back then, maybe because they didn't have the technology to do cosmetic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a way to alter your body, right?
Yep. Yep.
Make it more beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So then after that,
Yeah.
in the late 1800s, so this is the Meiji period, tattooing was officially banned within Japan because I think there was more international relations and Japan thought tattooing was like very barbaric maybe, and they wanted to show their European counterparts that they are more sophisticated.
Yeah.
So no one gets tattoos. We don't tattoo criminals anymore.
No.
It's not a thing.
No one gets tattoo.
But the artists were still practicing tattooing underground, and the technique was improving.
Yeah.
Just with anything Japan, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Japanese artists will devote their life to it, improve the technique, so much so that even like internationally, Japanese tattooing skill, artwork was getting popular.
Yeah.
And apparently like Prince Albert and Prince George.
Yeah, those loyal people from other country came to visit Japan, and one of their things was because they want to get tattoo from the artist.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's really not just a tattoo almost. It's more like art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this law that banned tattoos started in 1872 until 1948, which was during the World War II. So they had to lift the ban on tattoos when the World War started because I guess all these American troops came in getting tattoos. They had
so
tattoos,
cool.
right?
They don't want burn this.
Well, I think like modern day tattoos, I think it was popularized by the military, right? The traditional American stuff, the designs.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of it was from the Japanese traditional art, like dragons.
And then, in a way, they tattoo in their bodies kind of because if they die too.
Same idea.
Right?
Exactly. Or like I'm away from my loved one, but I want to show you I love you. I'll get a heart with your name on it, right?
So it's kind of similar.
I guess like humanistically.
Yeah.
You just think like that, right?
Especially if you want to do something on your body.
And I had nothing to give. Yeah. But I have my body. Everyone has a body.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I'll mark up my body for you.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, really romantic, right? After the ban was lifted, I guess somehow Yakuza culture and tattoo culture in Japan kind of blended. Would also make sense. So the Yakuza got tattoos was also to show devotion to the organization.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my full body done to show my organization that I'm with you now. Right? I can't get normal job anymore. No one's going to hire me. I'm fully tattooed. And also shows that I'm willing to put in the time, the money to get my full body done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think traditionally how Japanese tattoo culture or they think is that you should get tattoos, I think, from your like inside out. So you should get your back done first.
Okay.
And then your front. And then your like upper legs, your upper arms, and then down. Like you have to kind of like earn it.
So no from the...
Not from... So like nowadays, people get their hands tattooed first.
Yeah.
Even, right?
Yeah.
Or like their forearm tattoo first. But I think traditionally, or maybe it's like a thing maybe people would judge you on. You didn't earn it yet. You didn't earn the tattoo to be shown yet. I wish I followed that.
Yeah.
Because then by the time I would have tattoos on my visible spaces, like lower arm and lower leg. I already had learned about what a good tattoo artist, good tattoo is.
Right.
What I really want, right? Because like my first tattoos were like upper arm still, but like maybe I didn't make the best decision on what to get, right? So you earn it, right? And the pain, right? Yeah, anyway.
Wow.
Another fact is that with other things in Japan, masters would give you your name.
Yes.
So
yeah.
this in tattooing, the famous Japanese,
like more artist side.
yeah,
Yeah.
the most famous tattoo artists are like Hori, Nani Nani, Hori, Nani Nani. And that's, Hori means to carve.
Yeah.
But that's like like, I don't know how to say it. Like,
What?
what's,
Well, holy means, yeah, carve, tattooing. Yeah.
so like the industry or the trade?
Artists, we call hori-shi.
Okay.
So hori-shi
Okay.
means,
So the Hori is,
holy means tattooing, carving.
but
Shi-
as like an art.
Yeah.
I see. That's
Yeah.
why it's Hori, Nani Nani, Hori. Nani.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other industries or trades till this day they do that?
I think mostly like the old cultures, things like kabuki.
We talked about in sumo. Sumo, they do it,
Sumo,
right?
yes.
The stable master
Yeah.
gives the
then
sumo wrestler their
similar
name.
name, or some kanji they give and one different.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So sumo and kabuki
Mm-hmm.
and rakugo, which is like Japanese, old style Japanese comedians.
Like storytelling comedians.
Exactly.
You see
Yeah.
that on TV now,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's just one guy or girl
Sit.
sitting in front of on like
Yeah.
a tatami.
I think rakugo is
only men.
only men.
Okay, okay.
See, so there's things that all Japanese culture, a lot of arts and shit, like even the sports,
Mm-hmm.
like sumo only men,
Yeah, yeah.
kabuki
Even
only
kabuki,
men.
right?
Yes, you're not the female not allowed to step on the stage. I think.
So a lot of the even now, no, not
Yeah, even now,
really.
like
I didn't
same
know
as
even now.
small, the dohyo too. You're not supposed to.
Oh, I didn't know. So
Yes.
that's why even till this day,
There's
men play women
exactly.
in the theater.
Exactly.
I think old like Shakespeare,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was like that too.
Mhm.
So all old cultures, I
Cultures.
guess they thought
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know till this day they even.
Yeah. They still kabuki. I never seen any other.
So
and
the
I mean like
kabuki
no female artists.
posters that I've seen.
Women is men. Yes, still men.
Oh, the
Yeah.
makeup is great.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wife is always supporting them. They're not gonna be on the stage. It's like
didn't
same
know
as the
that.
sumo okami-san.
So traditional, huh?
So traditional. So
Interesting.
traditional. Yeah. So yeah, that's two. Rakugo, I said, and Nogaku, it's kind of like the old music.
Okay.
Yeah, Japanese music as well.
So like anything that's like a traditional art form with a master and apprentice. How about like builders?
Like
No.
what?
Like carpenter.
That I don't know really, but like right now, modern culture, ramen restaurant they do noren wake, or even like sushi restaurants. Sometimes they like jiro.
Yeah.
They have like another jiro and
Yes,
roppongi.
yes.
Roppongi jiro and then tsukiji jiro. So
Okay.
that's called noren wake. And then the one of the youngest son
Mhm.
is the roppongi jiro.
Okay.
Yeah. So this still, if I work my chef in Japan, then I might want to be like open my own, and they want to support. So then maybe I gonna take
One
couple
character.
of character says something.
So
So
it also helps people know like the lineage.
exactly.
Right? You came from this shop.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why
so
it
they
was
can
famous.
trust.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they can trust. Exactly.
can trust,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that makes sense. And important for like traditional things. I mean, they might have done that for like doctors before, like surgeons.
Yeah.
But nowadays you go to school for that, right?
Mhm.
So anything that you can learn and do, but there's no like school program for it.
No.
Right?
No. Yeah.
What else do we have here? Yeah, so the reason why Japanese tattoos are so famous, bold, like I said before, right? You can tell from far away
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Also, like the reason why I wanted to get Japanese tattoo is because I know like the motifs, like the common Japanese motifs, like peony, sakura, dragons, kois, oni mask, like any of the kamis. It's like traditional, so traditional that like it will still be cool. It'll be cool forever.
Yeah.
Not like barbed wire tattoos, which it could fade with the trends, right? But you know, like traditional style, how it's done, and the designs will always be
there.
Right,
I mean, like,
cool.
It won't last.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will last. No, it will last forever.
I mean,
dragons will
rust.
Rust.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like nowadays, I don't see anyone getting. It's rare, but like tribal designs. You know, it's not so common. My wife, her first tattoo when she was 18 was a tribal dragon. Right?
No.
In the middle, like a small guy in the middle. But she's covered it up now with something else, right? Because like typical, right? Your first tattoo, you're not brave enough to get something big, nor do you have the maybe money to get something big. It's cool at the time, tribal, dragon. Wow. Right? What else do we have here? Oh, maybe our last fact is that, so in 2001, the Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare sent a notice to all of Japan's 47 prefectures, notifying them that tattooing now fell under the Medical Practitioners Act.
Okay.
So to tattoo, you must have a medical degree or something, which no one had it, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much they made tattooing illegal. I think they made practicing tattooing illegal. So if you, I think it was a law against tattoo artists.
Okay.
I mean, you're not gonna, you as a customer getting one wasn't gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
But the shop
will get trouble.
Right?
Yeah.
But only 2 years ago, in 2020, one of the Supreme Court justices said that tattoos are a social custom with artistic significance, not a medical practice. So I'm not sure if the law's fully changed now. I think it is though. But now tattoo artists in Japan are like openly able to tattoo. But I think maybe it was one of those laws that it wasn't really enforced anyway, right? But
yeah,
do you think the idea of tattooing will change in Japan? Because like, remember when we worked at the restaurant together, and then the Japanese worker, like student visa workers would come in, and you could tell some of them were like uneasy when they first met me
because you have tattoo,
right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a nice guy,
and
friendly guy,
and I need to mention them.
Yeah.
My sous chef Johnson is super nice guy, but you might be surprised because he has tattoo. Like you can see like his arm
But for a regular Japanese person living in Japan, maybe that was the first time they seen tattoos as being abroad.
For sure.
Or like working with someone.
Working with someone for sure.
Yeah.
So for sure, like, did you feel anything when you met them?
In the beginning,
it was kind of like
exactly.
Where to watch?
Exactly. Yeah. Can I? Like they don't know where to look at, right?
Yeah. But
they're interested.
Many things I want to watch, but I shouldn't.
Exactly. Yeah, I got that vibe.
Yeah. So I think everybody keeps saying it should be easy for like who has tattoo on their body, but like this year I went to Japan and it's still not easy.
Okay.
Why I noticed that? Because I went to onsen and like public bath everywhere. Everywhere says like no tattoo, even though sticker, seal, whatever.
Or like even if you have a bandage covering or something.
But I went there with my like I put the tape in on my tattoo.
Okay.
At least no one say anything.
Okay.
But I always telling my girlfriend, if they say excuse me, then I will leave.
Yeah. Because it's a rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But again, because I have a small one, and then there's one funny story. Can I talk?
Yeah, of course.
So most of the
You don't have to
public
ask.
bus, you can go in. So I always put the taping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't, if they ever says anything, I'm gonna get out.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one of the onsen, nice onsen.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that there's no sign,
Okay.
but I still have the taping.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 2 old guys. They're also changing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's only 3 of us.
Mhm.
It's in a like weekday
Mm-hmm.
and like daytime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever, it's okay. And I still was like, I kind of like not showing too much.
Okay.
Because like I don't want somebody to say, hey, what is that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Like, do you
But
hide in
but it's a taping. You could be
Exact-
like
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
a pain or you got
I'm
an
gonna say like,
injury.
well, because I have an injury.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, I was taking shower before I'm going bath,
Mm-hmm.
and then finish, and then those 2 old guys was outside of the Lotembro.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I noticed that one guy has like full of tattoo in his back. The Oni,
Oh wow. Okay.
like huge one.
Yeah.
And then the other guy also had it.
Yeah.
And then I think I was so relieved.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, so this spot,
You can.
I don't need to hide any.
Yeah.
So I take it off the taping right away because I want to wash.
Yeah.
And then like, and that mine is fucking tiny, right?
Yeah.
Compared to them.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I think I normally will be scared them,
Oh, okay.
but that time I feel like, thank you,
Relief.
relief that I was not join with them, but I
Mhm.
was like outside of bathroom, and like, oh, actually, like everybody should be like this, because like,
Yeah.
yes, they have tattoo, but
Yeah.
they don't do anything to others.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Maybe tattoo culture will change in Japan because of or when onsens and public baths change.
And then we thought it's gonna happen when the Olympic happened,
Mm-hmm.
but Olympic already done.
Yeah, and it never really fully happened because of COVID, right?
Exact. So it wasn't really.
Yeah, that
good.
might have been the catalyst because in these everyone wants to go to onsens.
Yeah.
Like international people,
Mhm.
they all have tattoos.
Exactly.
Onsens didn't want the business. Of course they
Right,
did, right? That would have
right.
changed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they didn't have to.
No.
I think because bathing culture is so ingrained
Mm-hmm.
in Japan, also as a family thing,
Mm-hmm.
that if I can't join my family to go to the public bath or
Mhm.
onsen, it's like a big problem.
Exactly.
And because these places don't allow tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's stopping people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then to me, it's like, that really matter? You have tattoo?
It's so old school thinking, right?
Exactly. Well, if this guy make trouble with others,
Mhm.
and then fucking kick them out.
But anyone can make trouble. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without tattoo people, they still make trouble.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking see that one guy,
Yeah.
like
Last time.
last time,
Okay.
there was another public bath. There's
Uh-huh.
so many young, like, young,
Yankees.
no Yankees.
Oh.
They're, because now in Japan, it's very popular for sauna and public bath
Okay.
from some manga. So there's a lot of young people there. This one old man was just, everybody's bathing outside. Like there's a huge outside bath space.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is bathing except this guy, and then this guy is just like standing around. And I noticed that this guy's gay. So he make trouble,
Yeah.
but why tattoo people?
Yeah.
So like you can't judge people by looking.
Yeah.
But Japan still do that. You know what I mean? You know my point? So like there's no guarantee all the tattoo people always make trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people looks normal.
Yeah.
They still make trouble.
Yeah.
So you can't just say that because of you have tattoo and then you are not allowed to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the other guy was making trouble.
To me, it's like what this guy's gonna do? He's just watching all young guys' dick.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
How did you know he was just like,
because
staring?
everybody's bathing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's outside and it's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, everybody's bathing, but
Yeah.
this guy just like stand right in the middle of the bus,
Okay.
and then like just watching it around.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Uh-huh.
Then I noticed that right away. Oh, he's watching. You know.
At
Again,
least
it's okay.
he wasn't touching.
He wasn't touching, so it's okay. But
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
point was,
Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. You don't know.
what tattoo does to other.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know. So I was kind of scared.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Him
Yeah.
watching him.
Yeah.
Cause like, why, right?
Yeah.
Why are you watching?
Maybe that the onsen or public bath before where you mentioned those two guys had like full tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was owned by a Yakuza spot. That's why there was
Could
no
be.
sign, right? Like
Could be.
Yakuzas are welcome
Could
here.
be. Yeah.
Because Yakuzas have to bathe too.
Of course, and they have to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And also it was Kansai, so actually it could be because
Yeah.
it was Arima Onsen, and I mean Kansai. It's one of the biggest Yakuza. The group is there, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, but I hope they won't care about tattoo anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Is there like in Japan like onsens, like is there, you know how like what do we call it, groping, on the public groping on the trains and stuff? What is it called again?
Chikan.
Yeah, chikan.
Yeah.
Is there like onsen chikan?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, onsens, it's separated women and
Yes, it is. Yeah.
and male,
Yeah.
right? Are there any onsens that specialize or only for gays and stuff?
I don't think so.
There should be, no?
They should be. Oh, but I mean, like, they don't announce, but they have
Maybe it's like bathhouses.
exactly.
over
They
here.
have some spot
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
only for gay people and stuff. But I'm not against the gay guy. It's just I'm against the rule
pervert.
of rule of why tattoo is banned
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
the public bus.
Exactly, exactly.
Because if you say like tattoo is no good because everybody's scared, and then there's other way to scare.
So with other people like feeling uncomfortable too, you could tell from that guy.
No,
just
no one
staring?
noticed that.
No,
Yeah,
just you.
yeah, I noticed that right away because that was the same bus when I was teenager. I went with my friend, and then
Okay.
this guy.
It's the same guy.
No, it was for sure
all
it's
these
different
years.
guy. But like
yeah,
we saw his, hard dick.
yeah, yeah.
So
Also, he was trying to show everyone
that
as well.
time, yeah,
Was it hard?
Yeah.
No.
yes,
That's a problem.
exactly. Yeah.
That's
Again,
a problem.
of course you like them. It's okay.
So
but
no one noticed, or like
maybe
they just-
someone
they
because
just
I was
chose
alone,
not to
but
notice.
mostly they're groups.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe they chose not to.
Maybe, yeah.
So he
Or
was
they
pretty
don't-
much
yeah.
flashing.
Yeah.
Was he touching himself?
No. When I see it,
Yeah.
he wasn't. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
But I'm sure you could have called like the front desk or something.
yeah.
and be Like,
Yeah.
but it's like natural, human. Like you can't kick me out because I'm hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Anyway,
Anyway, Japan problems, huh?
yeah.
All right. This does it for today's episode. Thank you for listening.
ありがとう。
Yeah, as usual, give us 5 stars on
Mhm.
wherever you listen to our podcast. And
Yep.
please share it. That does it, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you for listening.
ありがとう。
Bye-bye.
バイバイ。